Thank you so much for joining us here at Rebirth Ministry. So glad that you stopped by. Our little nugget for you today is God remembers his promises. You know, the word of God reminds us that God is a promise keeper. In Isaiah 55:11, it tells us that God's word will not return void. Psalms 34:17 talks about the Israelites and how they were delivered out of captivity. But it reminds us that God remembered Israel. He didn't deliver them right away, but he remembered them. And the same with Noah. When he flooded the earth, it says that God remembered Noah. You know, although God is silent, he is never still, especially when it seems that our situation goes from bad to worse. He's always at work to bring about his purpose and his plan in our lives. He does not forget us, nor does he ignore us, nor does he ever abandon us. Psalms 121:4 tells us that God doesn't sleep, nor does he slumber. You know, there are so many things in our lives where we've been praying for so long, and we think that it's not in God's will. But God says that that's not always true. You know, John 14:13-14 tells us, and whatever you ask for in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. I was reminded that sometimes God uses the very thing that we're praying for deliverance from to keep us looking to him. You know, whether it be a lack of finances, whether it be healing, whether it be a promotion, whatever it may be, because he knows that if we get it, that it'll take precedence over him. He reminds us in Exodus 23-5 that he is a jealous God and that we should have no other God before us. That be money, that be healing, that be a better job. He's saying that we should have nothing before him. Now, this doesn't mean that God is going to grant you everything that you want or everything that you wish for. He will grant those things that line up with his will and his word. But the most important part of this is that we learn to trust in his timing. You know, Luke 2:52, it speaks of even Jesus increasing in wisdom, stature, and favor with God. You know, Psalms 46:10 says to be still and know that I am God. And that's the New King James Version. But I also want to read it to you in two other translations. In the New American Standard Bible, it says to cease striving and to know that I am God. I will be exalted. And in the Passion Translation, it says, surrender your anxiety and be still and realize that I am God. And because he was exalted, so shall we. You know, Jesus knew what it meant to be weary. He knew what it meant to travel a road that was hard and seemed to be never ending. The word there is seemed to be, because he knew that the road would end, but it didn't make the journey easier, nor did it allow the process to be sped up. But God in his wisdom, and he has given his promises, that the end result will always outweigh the present circumstances. So let's continue to fight the good fight. Let's continue to love each other, to encourage each other, and to extend mercy and grace to each other. Let's keep our eyes to the hills, to where our help comes from. And you can find that in Psalms 121. The past, the present, and the future all points to a God who not only loves us, but to a God who keeps his promises. I pray that you've been blessed today. If you enjoyed this gold nugget, please click on the link below and subscribe to our YouTube page. Be blessed and God bless you.